Buongiorno and welcome to Imola for this historic day. You're witness to the unveiling of the latest addition to the grid, the dad driver Porsche GT3 R. What a beauty! Berland is sitting on the second row of the grid. He's got a decent shot of keeping the paint unmarked in our first trip to this track. So without further ado, let's see if he's got what it takes to keep up.
Green flag.
Green flag.
It's a 38-car grid in today's ELMS Sprint Cup. With this many cars heading to T1, there's bound to be chaos one way or another.
Car left. 3 wide, you're in the middle. Right side's clear. Clear all round. Yellow flag in sector 1. Car left, clear left, sector 2 is yellow. We think Fernandez and Musi have crashed in. Villeneuve, Castelli has retired from the race. Green flag in sector 2.
Well, that couldn't have gone better for Berland, really. He may have climbed back to where he started, but there's a comfortable gap back to P4, and with this being his first outing, I bet his heart will be pounding after being thrust to the front of the pack. I really hope he can hold on to it. We've got 29 minutes left to find out, so let's rejoin the action.
The gap to P2 ahead is increasing. It's now 1.9. Yellow flag, caution. We think that Larry has binned it. Green flag in sector 3. Yellow flag.
Oh no! I knew it would be a tall order. Berland is still not the best under pressure, and the entrance to Acqua Minerale will catch out new drivers left, right and centre. Both he and Visser have fallen foul of the elevation changes, but this is about as bad as it could get for the Brit. He's trapped, waiting for the entire field to pass. What a shame!
Green flag sector 3. Sector 3 is clear. You reel in P29 in. The gap is now 0.8. They're slower than us through very anti-alta. Sector 1 is yellow.
Oh, there's dust everywhere in Tamburello. The yellow flags are out. Let me see if I can find a replay for you.
Yellow flag sector 2.
My word, there's also something going on in Villeneuve. What on earth is happening? Berland is up 2 positions already. Will he get any more? Here's the first incident, and sadly it was an intentional wreck by Tony Olivencia in the blue Aston Martin against Armin Mezic's Porsche. I was hoping we wouldn't see something like this again so soon, but here we are. Very disappointing. Only one corner later, several cars got caught up in this mess. Teodoro in the black and yellow Porsche rear-ended Mattila. Mattila then didn't hold his brakes and took out both Teodoro and Neri in the Mustang. And we weren't finished there. Papas in the green and red Porsche was taken out by a stray Teodoro. Very sloppy on all counts. Berland up 5 places to P25.
46.81. That's your quickest lap in this session. reel in nearer in. The gap's now 1.2. They're pretty slow into Villeneuve. Yellow flag, watch out. It looks like Nera has binned it in Tamburello. That's 20 minutes to go, 20 minutes. Yellow flag in sector 2.
Only one lap later in the same place, another 2 positions gained. Jack Neary was the first to fall. He went off track in Tamburello. Very shortly afterwards, the Ferrari of Dario Laccaruba lost the rear end in Villeneuve. 2 lucky freebies for Berland. The recovery drive continues.
We've had a cut warning. Keep it tidy, please, Tim. Sector 1 is 2. Ahead is now 0.7. Sector 3 is now yellow. Green flag, sector 3. We think that...
It's been a quiet but productive couple of laps for Berland. The gap to Teodoro ahead has been chipped away, and what was once 1.5 seconds is now down to a couple of tenths. We do now have the silver Mustang of Paulie Doe, who is not on the lead lap, which could shake things up a bit. Let's find out.
Second place. Fernandez has retired. Come on, man, stop fucking it up. That's half distance. Car right. Clear right. Sector 3 is yellow. Yellow flag, sector 2. Sector 2 is green. Green flag in sector 3. Track limits. Right side's clear.
He's got the pace, but he's struggling to figure out where the best points to pass are at this circuit. His inexperience here showing through. If Berland wants to do better than a place outside the top 20, then he's going to have to pick his spot and commit to make it past Teodoro, who is coping really well with the pressure.
He's pretty slow into Bertella. right side, clear right. Car right. Still there. Clear right. Yellow flag sector 3. Sector 3 is now clear. Yellow flag, keep your wits about you, mate.
Oh, I saw one! No, two! Cars on the inside of Rivazza then. We'll have to go to a replay to find out what's happened. That promotes Berlin to a spot inside the top 20. Finally, however, the battle with Teodoro continues.
Still there. Still there. Clear right, P18. Yeah, nailed that fucker. We just cut the track.
Here's the clip from Rivazza. Jefferson lost the rear for a split second and Gombo's in the Porsche behind didn't have time to react, which sent them both off track. Very unfortunate. Meanwhile, Berland has made it past Teodoro and up into P18. Fantastic. Come on, Berland.
P19 behind is now 1.7 seconds. P18, thought that was at 1:45.39. That's your best lap in this session. The track temperature is increasing. It's now 32 Celsius.
We're approaching the final 5 minutes of the race. Berland has extended that lead over Teodoro, but hasn't managed to make much headway against Nardini's AMG. Oh, there's a Lamborghini in the gravel! That must have been TJ Leaf, which means one more position for Berland, and he's catching Bogardo's Aston Martin very quickly as well. As Berland rounds the final bend to start the last lap, we can see on the standings Matthias Prali in the Ferrari seems to be in the pits. He's getting overtaken for position there by Berland, which promotes him up to P15. But why did the Ferrari need to pit on the penultimate lap anyway? Let's check for a replay and find out. At the start of lap 17, Bonbo Viets in the green and white BMW challenged Prali for position into the first part of Tamburello, resulting in them both being thrown offline. Prali then made a very unsafe rejoin and ended up knocking into Bonbo Viets again, which ended the pole's race and meant his own car needed repairs to make it to the finish line. A silly thing to do, and two people have paid the price. It's the closing stages of the race. Berland has caught right up to Nardini, who is looking very low on fuel. Will he be able to make it to the end? Oh no! Speaking of underfueling, look at Sauer. He's crawling along. He won't be able to make it to the finish line. What a slip up to make. Disaster. Oh my goodness! And Nardini is showing 0%. He's got to be close to running empty. If he runs out, there'll be a stop-go penalty added after the race. My word, he's gunning it and hoping for the best. Oh, and there it is! He's had a penalty added, and that's promoted Berland to P13 in literally the last 5 meters of the race. What a race! What a finish! He started in P3. For the briefest of moments, he was sitting in second place, and then within an instant, he was down in P30. To come back from there to cross the line in 13th is an achievement, and I'm sure he will be pleased with that result, compared with what could have been an exciting first outing at Imola for the Brit. So at the end of the first round, Berland receives a gain on both his driver rank and safety rank, which puts him closer and closer to promotion from Silver 3 into Gold finally. Pace-wise, Berland was about on par for a mid-roster finish. He told me his qualifying time was a complete fluke, and he had no right to be so far up the grid for his first race. Oh well, onwards to round 2.
Green flag.
Green.
It's another packed grid, the full 38 drivers. Berlin starting from a much more modest P12, and with that comes higher stakes in the Tamburello chicane. Will everyone make it out in one piece? There's carnage already. Two of the Porsches have collided. No! Berlin got collected by one of the other cars. It's total mayhem in there at the moment. I think he's got it going again. Where will he rejoin? Wow, the real chaos happened at Piratella this time. There was cars everywhere. After Berlin was taken out, he rejoined in 32nd place. With some careful navigating round all the stranded cars, he's regained 7 of those positions, and the battle with Joaquin Perona's AMG is officially on. But what caused that massive pile-up? Let's check the replay. It was FAI Bar's Lamborghini that got turned by one of the Lexus heading into Piratella. The subsequent spin then sent the rest of the field scattering left and right, and there were several other collisions. That's race over for a lot of drivers on lap 1. Midway through lap 2, and Berland is up another 3 places to P22 now. There was a yellow flag in Tamburello, and I'm just now getting the replay of what happened. Visser in the BMW and Baban in the Mustang were side by side battling for position. As they ran out of the second corner, they've ended up tangled with each other, and both were spilled off track. Not sure who's to blame there, but there was plenty of chat on the driver comms about whose fault it was. no! We've got another incident! Castiglione's Ferrari has spun! Berland has dodged left to avoid him. That was the wrong choice because everyone else went right and he's lost a few positions. Pauli, Llewellyn and Veneziano all managed to squeeze through. What's Berland got in his bag of tricks this time? Because that's 3 Porsches ahead of him, so no clear advantage over another manufacturer. It's all down to the drivers now. Berland has gone massively offline. That's opened the door for Diogo Carlu in the blue Porsche behind to try his luck. Berland leaves him room on the inside, but there's contact. Oh no! Carlu gets 2 wheels on the grass and veers off. Did we just witness Berland take out another driver? Was there enough room on the inside? Give me a moment to pull up a replay. Okay, here we are. You can cut a lot of the corner there and Berland left plenty of room. Carlu appears to have come off the curb and bounced himself off the Brit's rear quarter. My verdict is not guilty. That was a racing incident. Let me know in the comments what you thought. It's all still to play for at the end of lap 5. Berland has closed right up to the back of Llewellyn, but I don't think he's going to have time to think about attacking because he's under attack himself from Ascione in the BMW behind. Can he hold on to this position? He's setting up on the inside, but the BMW is already next to him. Who will make it to the apex first? Ooh, Berland just about scrapes in front to hold on to P21, but that BMW is looking fast. The Brit is on the charge. He's putting pressure on Perona's AMG. There's dust and smoke ahead though. What's gone on? Oh my word! Phil Martin's Huracan is rolling back on track. Now Berland is back under attack from Ascione once more. Disaster! They're going side by side into Villeneuve. Berland's still ahead. Acione squeezes him. Oh, Berland couldn't get it turned any sharper, and that's pushed the BMW wide. And to add insult to injury, Llewellyn is now right up in the mix with them. It's coming up to half race distance, just over 15 minutes are left. Berland is getting pushed hard every lap by Acione. Brilliant drive from the pair of them, and Berland has climbed a couple more places to P18. It might not be for long though, because the BMW is rocketing out of Acqua Minerale. Will Acione beat him to the chicane? Ooh, it was close, but no, not this time. He lives to fight another day. This has got to be his chance. It's the closest he's been to Perona in a long time. Acione is still right on his tail, but if he can make it past, maybe he can use the AMG as a buffer to make his getaway. He looks to have taken a bad line into Rivazza, and Acione is not going to wait. He pounces. Surely he's going to make it past down the straight now. What will that mistake cost Berland? my, what a change round in the space of a lap. Berland is coming under attack from Llewellyn now. The green Porsche has definitely got the speed to make it past. Can Berland do anything to stop it? They're door to door. Berland lifts first to let Llewellyn ahead. He's decided it's not worth the risk with over 10 minutes still to go. Will that prove to be the right decision? This is exactly what Berland needs. With Llewellyn scrapping with Assione, he will be catching up ready for when an opportunity rears its head. They are nose to tail, heading into Villeneuve. Llewellyn wants to get past the BMW, but he's not quite close enough. Berland now lining up on the inside for Tosa. That slowed him down, and now Perona is back on him as they start the run-up to Piratella. We're on the final stretch now, just over 5 minutes left, and oh, Llewellyn goes onto the gravel. Berland is on his back bumper. Can he capitalise on that mistake? No, doesn't look like it. One thing is becoming more and more obvious to me is Berland's lack of experience on this track and where you can and can't set up for overtakes. It will come with time, but for now he remains in P16. Well, this is it. After this lap, there's only one more to go. Berland has been putting Llewellyn under tremendous pressure over the last few minutes, but it's not been enough to make him crack. It's been a great battle to watch so far, and it's not over yet. Can Berland make up one more position and take P14 from the KUS Porsche?
Hey, what's going on?
Nothing.
Oh dear, it wouldn't be a race weekend without Berland facing the wrong way now, would it? I'll cut him a bit of slack this week, seeing as it's his first time at the track. But I'm going to start putting £1 in a jar every time he spins from now on, and I reckon I'll be able to retire in a couple of years. In the final moments of the race, Berland manages to grab two freebies there. A pair of Lexus in the gravel. Let's take a look at how it happened. Three Lexus had been battling really hard for the last 2 laps. It all came to a head into Tamburello for the final time. They tried to make it 3 wide. Leda got squeezed between Shimoniz and Shwichenko, and out of the 3, only Shwichenko made it out in one piece. So across the line he goes, taking P16, ending up 4 places back from where he started on the grid. Still, I think he'll be happy with that, considering the start he had. Let's take a look at the post-race results and see what that's done for his ratings. For a second time, he's managed to come out with an increase on both his driver and safety rating, but crucially, that performance has just promoted Berland into Gold SR. Brilliant! So there we have it, the conclusion to our Road to Gold series. What's next, you might be asking? Well, there will be another short break between seasons before we restart things with a new goal to aim for. It might be Berland's first foray into endurance events, or the climb to platinum safety rating through the new gold races that have been unlocked, where we'll be up against hypercars for the first time. I hope you've enjoyed today's report. It was a different flavour of Italy than we've been used to, but a welcome change. I've been Clive, you've been brilliant. Thanks for watching and see you at the next one. Ciao.